I was mortal once. A prince then. A prince now. I am the God Slayer!
Welcome back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 and Part 7 of our Kevin the Daemon Prince SFO Grimmhammer and the Old World campaign. In today's episode we are here to bring the hammer back down on the Pirate King Einar here, who has delivered a pretty devastating blow into our territory and just claimed one of our main provincial capitals. We have jumped Kevin through using the teleport stance. It's stuck here for a single turn, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to combine up these devoted Marauders of Slaanesh into a single unit, and then I'm going to get rid of this one. And in their place, we shall gain some Corn Hounds of the Bloodhunt, which have some pretty nasty abilities. If the enemy had any magical attacks, this would remove them, but it's also going to drop their armor and spell resistance by 25%. Well, armor by 10, spell resistance by 25%. They've also got magical attacks, which is going to be great for ripping through all of the spawn that Einar has here. Obviously, we're not going to want to leave them into combat with spawn. Just keep darting in and out and dealing as much damage as possible. Einar himself has a fair few troopers going to be replenishing. Then the Aceling's Conclave apparently is going to come stock with the Norskin Outpost. That's very lucky. So they're going to get a little bit of extra Marauder Spearmen and Marauders with great weapons, which will disappear with a single cast. And as long as we can keep them inside the Conclave and they don't strike out after the Gore Hunt Hall, we shouldn't have too much trouble hunting them down. We've also got Lao Tzu over here in the Talder's Fjord port to steal some gold while we can, and then we're going to go ahead and deal some damage. The Warriors of Chaos don't have the best in terms of their smaller minor settlements, unless they put in the specific building for defenses. They're usually very lightly defended by some Marauders and maybe a couple Chaos Warriors, which are great to be ripped apart by magic. So we'll do. We'll just come up here, and in the turn, we'll see what Einar is up to. We've got building upgrades available, but we may lose too much gold. I'm not trying to go into the bankruptcy. That would be bad even for the Warriors of Chaos. Alright, well, instead of running away, they're going to grab another Lord. Dark seeds planted in the Cockatrice hunting grounds. Some of your demons grow restless, questioning why they would serve you rather than a true ruinous power. Big mistake. One who would grant them rewards beyond all imagining. Perhaps a show of brutality will quell those unwarranted doubts. We could do nothing. Or face your accusers and gain some extra control. You have to pay 500 gold, which is a little bit gross, but we can't spend it really for anything else. Let's go ahead and face our accusers and keep any unwanted rebellions from happening. -1 down here in the Kraken Coast. Now that's just fine. We've got a few of them that are struggling under their new demonic yoke, but that should be fixed once they get warped up and turned into something horrifying. Kevin? Well, I'm tempted to go after Ludred. Very smart to grab as many units as you can. And it's sad how fast they manage to replenish. We do need to move on them now before they're able to recruit any more units, though, so let's move in and surround and destroy. Before we make that call, though, is there any more mutations we can apply? Well, Purple Sun is pretty devastating. We have a bunch of really nasty Zechian spells, which all have a lot of fire to them. It's going to be great at both dealing with the trolls and the spawn, which are both going to cause us a heap of problems. Onward. Annihilation. I think in retrospect, I probably would have kept Lao Tzu over here and had him throw down with us, but we'll be alright. They recently killed some captives, so they get a little bit of extra weapon strength and physical resistance. So be it. We look very outmatched here. Handle it. It's going to be a lot of deploying ladders and getting up on those walls. Don't have any artillery, so it's about speedy units and our flyers. Aceling's Conclave. I want to take a fast look at the map itself. It's going to be kind of the Star Fort of Chaos. Not going to be an easy battle by any means. Let's take it to him. reinforcements coming in over here with just hounds, and I think it's a sorcerer of one of the Chaos Gods. Let's bring everyone over. We got the kind of lo-fi digital lava. Not sure if that's being caused by SFO or the old world, or that's just a typical glitch. I've never seen that before we started kicking in the old world, though. Let's grab all of our more or less javelin units. Spicy javelin chuckers. We'll pull them a little ways away from those towers, so hopefully they're not getting bombarded. And I'm actually going to take them off fire at will, because we want all of their ammunition going to the spawn or those trolls, because they all have a weakness to fire damage, and all of they have fire damage. Marauders of Leech are going to be very expendable. Hornate boys, we can hide them back behind everyone else. Great. They get splashed by other damage that will not be so great. We've got the Furies, which will be awesome at moving over the top and taking out towers. Since towers can't be rebuilt, even better. So let's have you actually deploy Seekers well away from any of the fighting, so we can try to send you through the walls all sneaky-like. Who else are we missing here? Hounds of the Blood Hunt. That will do. We'll have the Hounds of the Blood Hunt rolling over here on this side. We're going to have Kevin and a couple other units intercept this squad. So we'll go Kevin and the lad from Corn. Everyone else come on back over here to our main siege position. Hopefully we can get our Iridescent up on a mount very soon.
Ready.
Eternal Hunters.
All of their mounts are flying, which makes them great at getting up and over everyone and dropping spells exactly where we need them. Anything with a barrier can kind of be up front, try to catch a lot of the enemy's tower fire. They're not going to be able to catch that much of it, but more than anyone else can. Heroes Lord, our infantry. The missile boys, and then all the speedies. Lads that had far too much caffeine. Before we get into the battle, though, Flesh Hounds are my absolute favorite Cornate unit. They are devastating. And Khorne would absolutely not want them to be used with any kind of spellcasters, but if you can use them with a metal spellcaster, with Plague of Rust, rip off armor, these guys will slay just about anything faster than you can imagine. We'll keep them with the Blood Reaper and Kevin. Ascended Champion. Okay, so they do have those towers activated right off the bat. Let's see how much damage they can do. Or are we just out of range? I mean, that works even better. We don't have to move up. We can just wait. I'm going to send the Seekers, though, up and have them start attacking this gatehouse. And I am going to just sit here and wait. We can build up some of our magic. Wouldn't mind moving up, try to be a bit of a nuisance, but Searing Doom is a little bit costed, or cost more in SFO than normal. Just gonna wait on us, so we'll do. Speed the timer on up. Let those Seekers hit the gates. I don't know if they're going to show up as soon as they are in melee. I'm going to be able to sneakily get through. I think they might be able to. Get them. Oh no, they are now visible. Which is very fair. Go ahead and speed this along. I don't think anything is going to go back and try to stop our Seekers unless the entire army is. That's pretty funny.
Demon Prince.
Just watching the little red dots move around. I don't think they're deciding on what they want to do. They haven't made up their minds. Send the Flesh Hounds after their smaller brethren, and then just body these poor fools. Not going nowhere. Might as well use all of the debuffs so we don't take as much damage. Duel of Champions. Lots of slain hounds already, although I don't want any of my flesh hounds to take any damage. They're winning that one pretty aggressively. Alright, the Lord's gone. They've sent a lot of units back to try to stop our Seekers. Let's pull them back. That disrupts their entire game plan. We'll just retreat them on away. Is this unit completely crushed? Perfect. So now it's Operation Get to those gates. Kevin, you just fly over the top. Look for any enemy towers we can knock down. We'd also send Kevin straight after the enemy lord and try to force them to respond to that. Something I'm keen on trying. Do you have any other heroes running around in here? Trolls. So no. We can come and try to take out these weakened Chaos Warriors. Or even better yet, this War Shrine. Hounds that hit the gates. So the Seekers round and roll with them. No reason to waste any of our spells. We'll just go ahead and start smashing these Chaos Warriors. This squad is going to have to move up through some damage. Who's actually able to be hit? I'm surprised. Right, let's pull you guys back away a little bit. I think they're the only ones that are able to get hit. We will move... Oh no, they're able to hit several units at once. Interesting. About time to start moving in. I'm gonna move you towards the gatehouse. Let's see if they start firing. I think they are blasting at our Socrates for the moment. I'll keep our bolt from the blue. Sit it down on some of these other Chaos Warriors up here on the top. He's a Chaos Lord. That's a perfect opportunity. They really don't like her arrest, so let's pull her back. That's damage you can't really afford to take. What else? Move on in. We'll have the Flyers start harassing these great weapon Chaos Warriors. Get up there and get some damage. Kevin, you're now fighting a little bit more than I'd like you to, so let's go ahead and pull back. In fact, everyone here fall back. Except for Lord Shax or... Not Herald, but that's what he wants to be. Go ahead and land on down here. This should dodge all of those axes. The thing I will do... Oh, we actually don't have a spot for it. Valid targets ground. Well, I'm trying to target the ground. Here comes a bunch of spawns. We're going to want to get up in the air before they truly show up. I don't really want to waste any of our magic either, so let's go ahead and pull you out. Keep ripping through. Flyers are on the walls. They're not winning that fight necessarily, so let's pull them out of the way. And we'll have you guys drop your space lasers. We're gonna blast some of these fools off the walls. Retreat. Spearmen, let's go ahead and get up on those walls best we can there. Come back over to Kevin. You guys come up and out. Kevin is dueling. I told you to come out of that fight, my good friend. Get back up in the air. 3, 2, 1. He should be up in there. Awesome. Come back in and hit this position once more, and I'm just going to send you over here. We've got them good and distracted. So now all of our speedy units come round. Left our Lores back. They're mostly retreating now. Our spearmen are up on the walls. Let's have the bloodletters go up to the gates with the Lores. Oh, they're just going to open the gates for us, huh? A bold strategy. Go ahead and land in here. You three do the same. Start tearing these Chaos Warriors up. Just gonna let you in. Head straight on through those gates. Got their whole army running around on a wild goose chase for the most part. Let's get a little bit more magics. Speed you up, good sir. And where's this fleeing Chaos Lord? Go ahead and land here. Drop the blue horrors in its Z's position. Just to be a bit of a nuisance. Then let's get all of our horrors up on the actual walls. Pink horrors back here. Have all of our foot soldiers to start charging in. Rip them to shreds. Meanwhile, outside, Kevin is bodying this Chaos Lord. Giving me almighty bonk. I don't know how you're alive. One hit would spell doom for most. Forsaken and Forsaken, sold. Unleash the flames. We'll find us some towers. Piercing tower back there. I actually don't have any others built just yet. Send them after those towers. Do we have any more laser beams for the Sky Shriekers? In fact, we do. Use that on these Marauder Spearmen. Come up and over the top. Kevin, go ahead and land on in here. We've got some spawn inbound. Drop the Bolt of Doom down on those Bull Fools. Laser beams on the Marauders. That went fantastically. Beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and help Kevin out when he's throwing down with the spawn. Absolutely overcast this Gate of Zinch. Let's get one of these little fellas out front. Or weaken these trolls as much as we can. Speedy units are here now. Mostly. Definitely send you in. Was the gatehouse not claimed by us yet? They opened the gates, let us in. Once again, a very smart strategy. Let's go Vayne on any of the trolls, really. We don't really need any more magics per se. Go ahead and give you all your attack orders. Blasting these spawn. Let's try to get up and over the walls at the same time there. Storm of Fire is absolutely what we need. Let's drop that here on Kevin. Take quite a bit of damage. He's got lots of friends. We lost those Shrieking Sky Rays almost immediately. Storm of Fire is going to rain down and hopefully burn some of the tide for us. Yes, I'm bombing from the sky all over the place. Send these Zinch Marauders down. This is going to be a rough fight. You guys dealt with that pretty well. Let's go ahead and take down this set of Chaos Warhounds then. We can keep going after kind of the outliers. Try to bring these lads out of combat. Are we through the gates finally? Ganthar, get in there. We're not through the gates. That's some nonsense. The fact that the AI is able to open the gates up for you, only let some troops in and then shut them again is fairly dumb. Hoping we see a fix for that at some point here. Let's go ahead and launch. So all they really have left of these spawn. Launch some more fire through. Our Allure is somehow in combat. They might be sending some lads out to fight us, which is unfortunate. Come on, Kevin. Get out of the fight there, buddy. Orange bonus, Unbreakable, and Vigor can't die. We might have to save that one. This is a costly battle here. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Give it to one of our randos that isn't Kevin. You guys come back around and go after these Marauder Horsemen. Misclicks are gonna be like that. Everyone that is a horror, start raining them doom free of orders there. Trying to push us out of the gates. You fall back. Can't even really do much because they've got troops out front. Oh, weird. Send them in. That's your funeral. We've lost a few more units though. Kevin, you come back down and try to scare these clowns off. Love that they've got all of their horsemen fighting our Furies at the same time. Bold strategy. Alright, Kevin, you're really not doing great. Can I have you? I guess come help out against all these Marauder horsemen? That'd be great. Also, the fastest way for you to randomly get dropped by some guys with axes. Here, get these ones first. You guys two come around and try to scare off these Marauder horsemen. Right, the Marauders that are up on top, or the Furies that are up on top, or they're not doing a whole lot, but I'd like to see them do a little bit more damage. Right, you two fall back because we're having a hard time actually dealing damage to anything here. Weirdly enough. Oh, let's Pavane. Probably no one. If you guys want to keep coming outside of the settlement, that works for me. You retreat, Demonettes. We're really coming out of the settlement with this gigantic blob here. Come on, warriors. You're making me look bad in front of my friends. We've got these Marauder Great weapons still left. Let's go ahead and pull the Rotflies out. I'm planning on switching them out eventually, but I don't want to lose them on purpose. Come back over and drop the Gateway of Tzeentch on all of these Chaos Spawn. You guys could start ripping shots with your javelins. That'd be great. There we go. Weirdly enough, they're gonna. Is he up on the walls? This is a mess of a battle here. I love it, but it's an absolute mess. Turn around and stop them from attacking us. Let's go Pavane on this Chaos Lord. Kevin, we're gonna lose a few more Furies and Flies. That's alright. You come back over here, we're gonna just let them go. And we're gonna worry about the spawn only. These pink cores are also not doing anything. You love to see it. They're gonna turn around, thankfully. Smash into these trolls. Pop that damage. We are losing a lot of you guys. Pull away. Bloodletters come on in. These hounds are bullying you, but everyone else is having a little bit of trouble. We've got these horrors all over the place. Come on down. We'll have Kevin defend you if we need it. Why do you just up on the walls not do anything useful? Find a target. Catch him on fire. Those trolls are shattered, never to come back. You two go ahead and hit this Chaos Lord. Are these still firing on us? How horrifying would that be? The horrors start. Any damage do you can. And we're gonna pull you away. You're out of magic entirely. You guys get up on top of the walls. Looks like no, you can't. All sorts of weirdness going on here. Alright, anyone who's left, come on down and start throwing down with Chaos Spawn. Yeah, as soon as they came in, the spawn turned around, which is fair. But man, you guys are using all of the funky AI cheese to win here. Land and start doing some damage to these spawn. Fire magical attacks are pretty useful. Kinda sound like little grunts from Halo. Those little pop the plasma grenades and come running at you at top speed.
Glorious annihilation.
Come on, guys. All of their main troopers are fleeing for their lives. It's just the spawn. We can do it. These are the most sturdy Chaos gates there ever were. I would assume Chaos has all sorts of issues with things like termites are working cores. You run back this way. Have you charge in. Just distract him for a moment. Kevin can take down spawn in the droves. There's just a few random bloodletters in here too. Nicely done. Drops the hammer. Make sure our wizard isn't taking too much damage there. They're not rated for chaos spawn. Finally broke through and there's units just all over the place. Go ahead and grab extra damage for the lads fighting out Kevin's help. Last few crab people. Tossed into the pot. Speakers landed, but they're not doing that much damage. We lost a few of them already. Never underestimate Chaos Spawn. They seem like they wouldn't be great, but here in SFO they've been given all sorts of lovely buffs. Now in very haggard force. I see nothing left. There we go. They have all been broken. I'm just going to win that battle there. Well done, lads. And the Conclave has been reclaimed, and we lost a few of our flying buddies along the way. It's usually to be expected. Flying units are very hard to get out of combat once they're stuck. Let's go ahead and have this one for the glory of Tzeentch. Our next few battles we are going to actually dedicate to Nurgle, Khorne, and Slaanesh, so that way we can try to get the extra mechanics up and running. We get Bloodletting for Khorne, the switchable plagues for Nurgle, and then the ability to seduce units for Slaanesh, also with their own little nice buffs for at least just the Slaaneshi one. We got a extra 50% research, reinforcement range. Let's start with R. They both mean incredibly different things. We got the bestial charging horns. Oh no! Change your name to Chad. Now we're gonna give you the featherless beak for the firestorm. So a good spell. We got some bestial wings as well now. Yeah, those are some roided out wings. They grew so fast they tore. Yet, probably not. Back to the aged wings. These look awesome. These with some armor is what we want. We also got ourselves a new tail. So instead of the tail of many teeth, we could have one of many mouths, which drops our damage by 10%. But will give us an additional 10% missile resistance. We can at least see what it looks like. It's very similar. Instead of spiky, it's a hungry hippos. Yep, we're just gonna grab more damage. That was helping us out quite a bit there. We do now have the Doom Shield, though, which is not going to drop our speed at all. Give us more defense and 30% missile block chance. That's part of the Armaments of Chaos, which we have 2 of. The Doom Shield and the Trophied Legs. Go ahead and grab the Doom Shield. Drop our damage by quite a bit. We're obviously not going to go in bare fisticuffs. Not the 2-handed weapons. We can grab probably the Staff of Reaping. Extra magic. Extra damage. You do like bolstered command quite a bit, but let's go for just more magic. Run up and bonk people on the head with a staff. Well, I'm not sure how you're able to hold both of these. It will work. 2 extra skill points also will do fantastic things. Let's come on in here and either grab Growing Chaos for the construction time reduction. 20% sounds pretty awesome. Or we can drop attrition, drop recruitment cost, or give us a little bit more movement range. Movement range is the way, isn't it? Up to 15% more.
Daemon Prince.
Brass Collar will drop people's fire resistance. Witness me. 15% more strength while attacking. I mean, we're just going to keep pumping weapon strength to the moon because every single one of your abilities does that. Love to see it. Lastly, Deadly Onslaught. Now let's come on in here and we'll grab Witness Me. You'll indeed witness check. Craved Passions. Speed and strong vigor is pretty solid. Drops everyone else's wins, but how much speed can you increase your army by 10%? You can make your Slaneshi armies horrifyingly quick. Let's just come on in here then and grab the secondary point into Pavane. Or just 12% more speed for her so she can get out of combat. Let's do the Depraved Passions, just so we don't lose any vigor issues. Plague of Rust is also, I'm thinking, the way. That way it's a little bit cheaper. Yeah, metal shifting is great and all. But making that cheaper and giving us the ability to overcast it for a little bit less also sounds awesome. Overcast Plague of Rust here on SFO costs 8 and drops their armor by 100. I mean, don't mind if I do. And speaking of, we got ourselves some Blazing Squealers, so what we really just did is we made some room for some more RR units. A hero becomes a legend, Ornate Glory. And that's why we had so many body parts all at once. That would make sense.
Fallen champion.
Can't believe we didn't finish you off. He's gonna have ability to actually recruit up some more soldiers and maybe attack the Gorhan Hall next turn. So what we need to do, go in here and throw back in the Scrying Crystal. And then should we take it up to a dedicated village? We just lost it.
Supreme champion.
Before we do, let's give ourselves those Blazing Squealers if we can. We cannot. They are extremely expensive. What do these guys do that warrants that high cost? We've got really, really low range. Vanish. They lose physical resistance, spell resistance, and they increase their miscast chance. That's pretty solid. So really, your Tzeentchian army is just a bunch of almost javelin units. Very high range javelin units, but it's all the same. Alright, Laozi, onward to Taldusfjord Port. A close victory. You're joking. These are just marauders. Let's show them. Alright. Let's start deployment, and we'll have a very specific battle strategy here. Let's grab all of our spear lads, and we're going to have them make sure they're the ones throwing down with the Chaos Warriors. The warriors on either flank. Oh, they did. Very clever. So what we'll do is we'll put 2 spears over here on the side. 1 spear over here. They're going to be the ones in charge of running into those Chaos Warriors. I'll have the Fury just all go after his skirmish cav to start. Make sure the barrier ones are up front. That way they're the ones taking javelins initially. You can honestly have some of the Furies going after these Warhounds too.
Begin the soul hunt.
Begin the soul hunt. And we'll have 2 of you rolling to take down these Marauder Horsemen. Slaneshi Spears hanging out with our Tzeentchian ones. And we have plan is having the Blue Horrors destroy the speedy guys, and then we'll have them come in on the flanks. The Spawn being our main beatdown engine. Followed pretty aggressively by the Zangor. Flanks are going to be held by the Blue Horrors, Zangor in the center with some Pink Horrors, also there to be a nuisance. We also have our Chromatic Aberrations. So the great thing about the Sour Guts is these guys explode, right? Sour Discharge. Yes, we kind of want them almost in front. The Aberrations are the shielded lads. We'll have them kind of hanging out up front, trying to block those javelins. Looks good. So front line. Let's get it going. Move everyone on in. We can just start blasting blue fires towards these horses here. Good stuff. Advance. I combined forces of Tzeentch and Slaanesh. Oh, lovely, another voice lost. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna grab some water, and I'm gonna be right back. Ah. Alright, and we are back. Sorry, y'all. I've got a bit of a cold I've been fighting off that I don't feel anything, really, per se. I just will randomly have issues where my voice will drop and I'm just a little bit more tired. So, yeah, we're going to put things in slow-mo so we can get right back into it because I left for a moment. And then we'll get back to slaughtering these fools. You need to fall back ever so slightly because those are javelin lads. They're not going to like you very much. Blast some pink fire through here. Realize that's not Marauder, so it's not going to be as much damage, but that'll be alright. You all move in. Let's have these spear lads attack the units I want. Give everyone their attack orders. Oh, those hounds made it in quickly. You guys then are launching at those Chaos Warriors. Charging the Chaos Warriors, and we'll have our goatmen rip apart the normies. Excellent. So they're just gonna stand there and throw stuff at us? That works. Move the lads in. Have you go wide. Let's drop the Treason of Tzeentch. Overcast. On both of these lads here. No, I'm not sure really why my sour guts are moving into combat. So they are. Keep strafing the back lines for me, my friend. I'll focus on these Chaos Warriors. If we lose the Marauders, that's entirely fine. Slow-mo shots in the battle. I've got a shortcut set for slow-mo, but I've since changed how I put things back into normal motion to pushing people into melee mode. I quite like the key binding that they have for Pharaoh, so I've since given him the almighty poke. Not too many Marauders of Tzeentch have fallen so far. And now the bathing of flames can commence. Let's make sure we don't take out too many of our own Slaaneshi lads here. Try to get everyone to move around the sides. That should work out just fine. Let's go for a blue fire into the back of these Chaos Warriors. Further boosting up our Zangors. They are ripping fools apart. I think Warriors, you turn and start firing. They think they're coming back, but it is the most brief. Send in the little blue yoga balls. One might think they're blueberry flavored, but these guys are actually flavor of brown gravy. Don't ask. Playing as the ogres, you then start snacking on all your foes. Well, let's go ahead and charge in here. Let's break these guys. Got lots of goats. Give them the business. Oh no. Where these guys come from? Your nightmares. Just gonna charge back in and gets run over by Eldritch Horrors. The Tzeentchian ones are just nasty looking. Eyeballs and tentacles all over the place. I think we've got them. Not sure if they know what a close victory is, but it's not that. There's the win. I am going to continue to run down as many of these guys as we can, though, for a little bit more experience and I think some more favor. We'll see, and I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, we'll take the decisive win, or more than we'll take a close one. These Zangors ripped apart those Marauders, which does make sense because in lore. The Beastmen hate the Warriors of Chaos and the Dorskins because it feels like, or they feel like they are given more gifts than they are. It feels like they are ignored in comparison. We'll go ahead and claim this port for Slaanesh since it is a port. We can make a lot of money if we dedicate it to the Slimy Boy. Any recruiting with Loudsie, he's doing fine unless we get... You see that we're going to have all sorts of issues. I don't think we will. We'll come back over to Kevin the second. Let's give ourselves some more troopers. We have 4 of the Blazing Squealers. Yes, we can. Get ourselves a first unit of Exalted Pinks. And we can't afford anything else. Those Exalted Pinks are going to be well worth it. Now we'll go ahead and get back to favoring Tzeentch here in Isgard. And then with that, we'll end the turn. Hopefully Ludred decides to turn around and honorably fight Kevin to the death. We'll see. Alright. Turn is ours once again. We've got ourselves a brand new scrying crystal. And he's just going to run. Ludred. There is no escape. There is only the void.
Annihilation.
Which act us first, my friend? And we can just auto-resolve Z-Swin. We lose 82 still. Man. Go ahead and offer this one up to Slaanesh for the extra gold. A Master Painter. Won a battle with a Marauder unit. Their brush strokes are so delicate they can make a mortal weep tears of ecstatic joy.
This world will burn.
Now Kevin's stuck out on the ocean, but that's fine. Sing a shanty or two. I won't be gracing your ears or destroying them with a sea shanty of my own, but battle loot, weapon strength once more. I love the magic's weakness. More movement range. Does that affect us this turn? The answer is no. Absolutely not. Vulnerable through change. Now I think for you, we just want to keep working on your spellcasting. Glittering Robe is also probably a good call. We'll make you kind of a support mage. And then later on, obviously, we'll drop in the big bomb spells. Come on in, though. You have no abilities. Let's give you the Earthing Rod. A Sword of Might. Let's see what else we have in here. Master Painter needs to go on a Lord. So does the Marauder. Sounds good. Let's go on over to Lao Tzu and give him some more goodies. Upkeep for Slaanesh units and more post-battle loot. Oh no, who did we just get rid of? Comptroller or the Banner of Eternal Flame. Let's get rid of...
Triumph.
We truly don't need you. And we'll just grab the Banner of Eternal Flame again. Good stuff.
More power to me.
Exactly. I think we want the Hellport here at Bracken Coast. Do everything we can to keep increasing the income at our main first starting province there. Then we can start passing around the goodies to the others. Thinking next we want to get probably the growth building here. That'll also give us a few more plague bearers to hold the line. Growth and plague bearers both sound great.
Empower magics.
Okay. I think the next target for you is going to be going after either the pit or we can come out to the sea, because we don't necessarily care about the Aldous Fjord port just yet. And grab these two mysterious islands before they're able to recruit up some more troopers, which they're likely in the middle of as quickly as they can currently. So let's grab you, Lao Tzu. We'll go into March.
On discs we fly.
On the discs we fly. We'll grab this one that is closer to the settlement. That way, if we do well enough, we can just move to attack them. Although, you know what? No, let's grab this one first. I want to hit both of these. I don't necessarily care about the sword. It's going to be more of a speed bump for our enemies, while Kevin can rotate around and deal with them. You keep moving. Let's see if we've finally unlocked the armaments. No, we have not. So we'll come on up here. You fighting with Archaon yet? The answer is no. And this Slaaneshi faction doesn't like us very much. Who else are you having issues with? Really no one, but they're fighting Crack and Track. So they have lots of problems to deal with.
Reborn, you are here to die a slow,
You were here to-
agonizing death.
Absolutely.
There can be no other
He's delivering
explanation.
himself up to the rack. He wants a peace treaty for 3,000. That's a lot of gold. We could use it for quite a bit of good. And we could use our war with you to continue to increase our relations with Kolek. But if we snag this piece, there's nothing to stop us from coming over here and raiding in his lands. We just have to be aware that he's going to attack us at the earliest convenience. We'll take peace this time. Let's see if you're willing to offer us a lot more. Oh, you out of gold? All you have is 3,000. That means they're very desperate. Likely... Well, they're only fighting us. Well, yeah, we'll take the peace treaty. Give us your money. We are going to absolutely continue to siphon gold from you. Awoken suddenly by nightmarish sounds, you find the skies blackened. That's always the best way to wake up. The earth littered with bone shards and demons lying bruised and bleeding all around. From above comes an unending rain of skulls, shattering cacophonously as they strike the ground. Korn has sent his blessing. A bunch of people have been smacked in the noggin by skull rain. Seems like a very dangerous weather event, that one. Let's go ahead and jump into full speed stance. We can move over towards the altar of spawns. Them suing for peace actually allows us to get all the goodies out of the ocean that much easier.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, let's grab. And this site is home to an ancient shrine to a lost god. The place is bathed in power as your followers approach. Angry runes on the shrine illuminate the shrooms here. At their glow, a beacon to the wary. Shoes booms a deep, disembodied voice. Take foresight. We can perform better on campaign. We gain a trunk of maps, which will give us more line of sight and more magical item drop chance. Brass Cleaver is great, too. We'll have you go into March and zoom over to this other island. Don't really want to take attrition in deep water, so we'll just go over here. Although I can't tell the difference between these water depths. They're not the seasoned sailors that are the Norskins. That'll work, though. Kevin. Not a lot for you to do, so let's go ahead and come on in. 6 more Tzeentch Glory is a lot. 2 additional. We don't want to be too over the top about it. Hidden Citadel we can take up to tier 3 for a dedicated town. This would replace some of their weaker units with Screamers of Tzeentch. That's pretty dangerous. Now that we know that the gold camp does give us gold itself, though. Probably do want to come on in and upgrade Kraka Hornsmotek. And then here at the Altar of Spawns, I will throw in the augural charts. Though inconceivable, Tzeentch's plans reach through time and space, observable by movements of celestial bodies recorded through eyes in the mortal realm. Yoink. Doesn't increase our gold, though, so I kind of don't want to do it. Instead, we'll upgrade the Aceling's Conclave. Get some of our provincial capitals back up and running. Alright, let's give it one more intern here, see how things play out, and from there, we'll make our decisions. Alright, the turn is getting ours. And we have had a couple issues with crashes as soon as we go after this mysterious island here. I've actually had 3 separate tries. I'm going to continue to do it off script, or off screen rather, but this is going to be all for this episode. I'm going to take the opportunity to thank you all so much for all of the support and viewership on all of these series we've had. I remember when we kind of first started up here and I had my first 100 subscribers. I couldn't believe it, and now we're at 3,100, and so it's all because of you, 100% because of you all, and I can't thank you all enough. So for this episode here, I'm out of time for today. I have been at Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub. I'll see you all in the next one.